Alright, Nukanite Group D, a Zerg versus Zerg. Gives me another chance to do more Zerg impressions. Got a lot of requests for those after the last one, but this is going to be Shine versus EffOrt. Shine, of course, is the home wrecker, always wrecks everyone's dreams of their favorite players, moving up in an OSL like Bisu and Stork and whatnot. And EffOrt is the player who should be the top Zerg player, but is not. Just a pool of broken dreams and shattered tears here. But at least I get to do Zerg impressions, yay! Yeah, I get that talent from sitting back. I can remember doing those sounds back in high school and middle school, sitting in creative writing class with my friend Brett, just sitting in the back of the room going... So yes. Wonderful. Actually, that's a lot of fun. I'm going to keep doing that. Okay, here we go. Except to get the colors. Very important. Down at the 5 o'clock position in purple is... Shiny McShinerson. That means down at the 8 o'clock position in blue is EffOrt. Scouting in the wrong direction. Shine is scouting in the right direction. Okay, let me pull up my Who's Screwed, Who's Not So Screwed score sheet. Okay, for Group D in this matchup. If EffOrt wins, he will knock out Shine from this OSL, and 4GG will have an automatic spot into the round of 8. Just the way the wins work. Because next week's first match will be GoGo versus EffOrt. And that would be a deciding game if EffOrt wins this one. But if Shine wins, he will be tied 1-1 with EffOrt, and then he can go on and try to win and force an upper rung tiebreaker maybe. It all depends on GoGo versus EffOrt. That'll be a very important game to see who wins against that. But it could be a lower rung tiebreaker between a lot of guys, and then the upper rung tiebreaker between 4GG, Shine, and GoGo if Shine does win this one. And that'll put 0-0-2. That'll put EffOrt 0-2. 0 is another Zerg. Oh, speaking of 0, there is this Zero's sister in there, getting a neck to neck with the guy. But okay. So that is your Who's Screwed, Who's Not So Screwed report, live from Zerg headquarters. Okay, here we go. Well, let's get the build orders out of the way before I read a prediction here. It looks like the 12 pull coming up for Shine. We see a hatchery coming up. I think it was 12 hatchery for EffOrt. So EffOrt already going to have somewhat of an advantage as long as he can hold it and not let too many drones go down. But okay, let's get a prediction from Mr. Anderson MM. Every time I see that name, I think of Agent Smith walking up to Neo and then immediately seeing an ice cream cone like, Mr. Anderson. Okay, here. Writes, I think Shine will strobe his way, not sure what that means, out of Group D and have an epically fail-tastic final against Flash, who will obviously win everything. It's kind of a pattern I've noticed, and most of these predictions seem to mention Flash in some way. Yes, they're like, Stork is going to win, and then go on to face Flash. Or, Flash is going to win Group B, he's that good. Just stuff like that. But now that Flash is 1-1, 1 win, 1 loss, he's tied up with Hiva, and he's actually not in a great position to move out of the round of 16. Although I still think he's the strongest player in this round of 16. He's going to have to fight to keep that position. It'd be weird not to see him in the round of 8, but it might happen. Okay, Shine is in here with his purpleness. 2 purple Zerglings running in. The lair morphing at the natural expansion, curiously enough, for EffOrt. That is going to give him more HP on that. More HP, going to make it easier to defend if Zerglings, if there is an Uberling build from Shine. So Shine building a creep colony, he's going to morph that into a sunken and get ready for this increased pressure from EffOrt. Okay, EffOrt is grouping up a lot of Zerglings, a whole lot of Zerglings. But now that there's going to be a sunken colony here, I think that Shine will be okay. He's putting down his Spire, too. Okay, let's see what happens. Shine keeping inside the main, trying to figure out exactly what's coming out of that main, see when the spire comes down or something like that. Because the lair is not yet up for EffOrt. It's going to be up very, very shortly, though. So we're going to see that spire come down any moment now, but he has plenty of Zerglings out to defend that front. There comes the spire, but it's way behind Shine's, though. So Shine is going to be able to get a lot of harassment done with initial mutas first. As long as he sends his first mutas straight to the base, I think he's going to be okay. And he's getting the scout on that, too, so he's going to know exactly when to come in. And at this point, EffOrt is going to keep on the pressure. Not many Zerglings out for Shine. So Shine is just in here with a bunch of Zerglings, but he does have that sunken colony. As long as he can keep the sunken okay, he's going to be able to hold this off. And he's keeping a nice little line of Zerglings around that choke just to keep EffOrt. EffOrt coming in with reinforcement Zerglings too. Speed upgraded. Oh man, he's going to try to burst through with Zerglings. Even more Zerglings coming in for him too. So he's going to try to drill through with this lot of Zerglings. But Shine is prepared, still pumping Zerglings of his own, so I think Shine will be fine if EffOrt decides to attack with this. And he's pumping so many troops, he's coming in for the attack, they're not focusing on it though. Oh, he's just putting on the pressure, making Shine nervous, I think, making him pump more Zerglings than maybe he wants. To EffOrt coming in with a single Zergling at the scout, but a single Zergling in a mirror matchup is actually a big deal, so using that to scout probably isn't the best idea. But Scourge coming out for Shine now, going to try to intercept the mutas. They're going to be popping very, very shortly. This is smart from Shine too. He knows he had a Spire come up earlier, so he's going to hover around here. Oh man, he might be able to take out the muta as soon as it pops, and there's not much that EffOrt's going to be able to do about this. Let's see what happens. That one egg about to burst. But the Scourge come out the exact same time. But Shine's still in here, hovering around the eggs, and EffOrt is not committed to Scourge, to taking down the Scourge. Oh, EffOrt losing a Mutalist there. That's horrible for him.